We is
Shit. And
live
we
in this
live. I don't know if
bitch.
anybody's still
Yes.
here. If y'all are, shout out to y'all.
Yes, if you are
Um,
here, welcome. Shout out to the people that were in the lobby
mhm.
waiting for us to I guess kick this bitch off. You know my new term. Shout out to Kimmy Blanco, 2003 Kimmy Blanco, the jump off. So yes, I know y'all was waiting for us to jump this bitch off. So
Yes.
shout out to the people that are in the comments.
Mhm.
Hot Boys, Tamar. Shout out to Tamar. Until I live for
Yes.
Tamar
Is it
and
Tamar
his
or Tamar?
Blazers.
Let us
I think
know.
it's Tamar. Hopefully it's
Okay.
Tamar. But I live for Tamar and his stilettos and his Blazers. Like,
Yes.
we're gonna get to it, but
A professional.
welcome, welcome, welcome. We stand a professional. Oh, black professional, baby.
Yes.
Do we? But yes, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Mhm.
To another live rendition of Key and Carry, where we key.
And we carry.
I'm Troy,
I'm Damon.
and we are back with another review for you guys. Well, obviously, Real Hot Boys, the Real Hot Boys, Hollywood. No, a little bit of a spinoff from the Houston franchise. Shout out to the Houston
Mhm.
franchise. But yeah, it's brought to you by the Real Hot Boys brand. So shout out to Mr. Tacha Ryan Rogers, the Hot Boys, all the EPs over there, all the cameramen, but co-hosts, um audience, if there's anybody here. I don't want to like rush into it, but just kind of just
Let's do some general thoughts.
yeah, general thoughts. First of
General
all, let
thoughts.
me backtrack because we just kicked this motherfucker off. Tuesday, how was everybody's Tuesday? First and foremost,
Say
how was everybody's
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
It was a very chill Tuesday for me. Now that I have like my air conditioner in, life is a lot easier. Because before it was hellish. No shade. Before it was hellish, but now it's gotten significantly better. But yes, let us know in
Listen,
the chat how your Tuesday night is going.
mm-hmm. Listen, air conditioner, air conditioning. It's a beautiful thing.
Listen.
Just a wonderful thing. But my Tuesday was interesting. Honestly, I really don't have any complaints. Like,
Mhm.
I don't. This Tuesday was pretty. It was pretty chill. It was chill as well.
Okay. What
So,
was you sipping on?
um, what's
It
in
was
my cup is
Arizona,
in my
right?
cup. First of all,
Yes. Mind your business.
but yes,
Mind your
Arizona,
business.
Arizona orangeade, and then
Okay.
maybe just a little bit of Ciroc, just a tinge of Ciroc,
Just a change. Okay.
just a tinge, because I gotta work in the morning. But
Right,
it's
right.
just a little something, because yes, everybody in the chat, what are y'all drinking on? How was y'all Tuesday?
Yes, let
But
me highlight shout out to the
so what's going
Real
on?
Hot Boys TV. It's true.
Yes,
At
thank you for
home
being
eating
here.
pizza. Today was my last day working at my job, taking a cute little vacay until I start my job. Yes, until I start my
I'm here
new
for
job
that.
next week. Period. Okay.
I'm here
Shout
for
out to
that.
that. Yes. Come on.
Yes.
Transitional jobs or not
Yes, I
transitional
was just
jobs.
about to say
Different
that.
jobs, I
Transitional
guess.
careers. Like,
Yes.
shout out to
Yes.
everybody that's like, starting new careers. I'm here
Right.
for that.
Right. We stand that.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that.
Any excuse to drink,
Definitely will
right?
drink to that.
No. I'm playing. But yes, Pick and Sobe, thank you for joining us
Yes,
again.
welcome
Remember you, of
back.
course. Been sipping rum whiskey all day over freeze pops. Okay, I haven't done that in a minute. I might have to do that this
That
summer.
sounds real good.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds
Yes.
real good. As
But
but co-host. Not me calling my beer, and this is a goddamn live review. My bad.
uh, you
Co-host,
want to
your
talk about
thoughts,
professionalism? No, I'm playing.
baby. Listen, we was never mind. I was gonna say we was on time, but we wasn't. So anyway.
I know.
Our bad, but yes. What did you think of episode 4? I'm sorry. I don't have the title or the episode. Co-host, could you help me
I
out?
got you. Let me see. Oh shit, I don't have it either. Wait. I'm screaming.
Yeah, I literally just looked down. I'm like, I'm missing something. My
It's
bad.
funny because I literally just have like the episode like number, like the season, and then the day, but I don't have the name.
Okay, so
Who
it's
was at the bathhouse?
yes, who's at the bathhouse girl?
Okay. Mm.
Goodness.
questions that need answers, I guess. But
Do they need answers?
not really. But let's get into it.
Let's get into
This
it.
episode was it was okay. I mean, we didn't really learn a lot about the people on the show. I mean, well, we knew who was in the bathhouse allegedly, but outside of that, like I wanted to like kind of see more like people interact. I thought like getting the group together was gonna be more interesting, I guess. Like for Tamar's birthday, like I just thought bringing everybody together, it was gonna create, whether it was drama or like, you know, whether it was gonna be drama or it was gonna be like, you know, everybody getting along and like kikiing together. I just feel like they cut that part short and we got like, you know, him like having fun and his friends like singing to him, which was cool. But like I want to see the mess outside of Bathhouse Gate. I want to see the personalities come together. What did you think?
I said the same thing. I thought this was an okay episode. Like I'm ready to see the group mingle. Like you said, outside of these rumors. I don't know. It's kind of starting off how the Houston franchise kind of started off, where we were getting the drama, and then later we kind of got personalities, and more people started to show more personality. Right now it's personality drama, where we're getting personalities, but now it's like this petty drama, no shade, unnecessary drama is being brought to the forefront. So
I
I'm a little
definitely agree
bored.
with you.
No shade.
I don't know, like the first time I watched it, I definitely agree like with that, like with your opinion this time. But like watching it again, I don't know if it's because I was high. I was keying. Like it was kind of funny, especially like the whole like bathhouse thing. I was just like, and just like listening to them talk, you're like, I think I know what's going on. I think I know what's happening right now, but we gonna get to it. But yeah, shout out to the people that's in the chat. Shout out to Shit Pro
Yeah,
who's
shout out to
here.
everybody
Thank
in
you
the
for being
chat.
here. Thank you, Tyler, for being here. Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for being
Yeah.
here.
Yes, the boys not some of the hot boys are here. Shout out to that.
Live for it.
But yeah, let me just get right on into it. Let us know your thoughts in the your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts in the chat as well. We'll definitely highlight them. Love when y'all converse in the comments. But yeah, so it opens with basically kind of a reintroduction to Tamar. He starts talking about like how he started wearing heels. I guess he started with like, you know, you think he started with some kitten heels?
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna let you continue, but yes, he did. He started with kitten heels.
Tamar, if you're in the chat, let us know. Confirm if you started with kitten heels, because he said he started with small heels and then he kind of got to the stilettos. Yeah, I always wondered like how when people wear like really high heels like that, like how they like got to that point. Because I just feel like my ankles was hurting just from looking at them
Right?
heels. Like,
I feel like walking in heels it's like a multitasking thing. You gotta balance, then you gotta like don't trip, then you gotta be thinking I'm that bitch because you're in heels. So it's just a lot going on when you're walking in stilettos. So shout out to anybody that can walk in heels.
Do you remember that episode of America's Next Top Model when they had them walk in really high heels? I think it was the season that Danielle won. Shout out to anybody else that watches America's Next Top Model. But I think it was her specifically. She was walking down the runway and her legs was wobbling. That's how I would be in like some really short heels. Like, I don't know. I'm clumsy anyway, so either way, I'm gonna break my neck. But yeah, he talks about how, you know, how he started wearing heels, and then he did like a shoot for, I guess, his friend's swimwear. I kind of wish we had saw more of like a scene of that. Like it seemed more of like a montage. Like he was narrating over like what was going on, but I kind of wanted to see like him interacting with the photographer or the, you know, the designer, like them kind of having a conversation. But you know, I know. Yes, I'm sorry, this took my attention. Stilettos, pumps, in the club. Yes. Here for it. Rocking stiletto. So yes, y'all going in. I can't.
So not to cut you off, Ian, but
no, you good. Go ahead.
Tamar in a pool modeling that cute ass two-piece, by the way. So Tamar was twerking in the pool, and for a split second, I thought it was our good sis S Dot. I'm like, what is Sherrod doing on the Hot Boys? Like, what is going on right now?
No shade.
I just temporarily, I did. I just saw like I just
He
saw
had a
ass
nice
and I thought it
body
was Teron.
though.
He does have a
It was
very
looking
nice
right
body.
from him. Yeah, I said,
Like
okay, look at you.
thought it was S dot, but yeah, I said Tamar and these goddamn blazers and stilettos is giving it's giving boss bitch, the opposite
It
of
is.
baby doll tops and kitten heels.
You
Shout
know
out
what?
to Desperate Housewives,
I'm
Susan Mayer on that ass,
screaming.
but
He
um,
definitely gives business. Like I
Tamar
could see
gives
him selling some
me.
homes in the hills.
I will.
Um
Now that you put it
okay.
like that, you know what it's giving.
Definitely.
It just
What?
made me think deep, 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 deep cut. But it just made me think of Reno 911 when Rainisha was trying to sell that damn house that was airport
Oh
adjacent.
yeah.
Oh my god! But yeah, shout
Oh
out to
my god, in the
Tamar
hood.
and
Oh,
Baby walking
he
in the
was
fields.
giving legs and hips and body. Definitely. Oh, definitely.
I was here for it.
But yeah, I mean, I say all that to say that I like Tamar. I feel like he's like my favorite so far. I would say. I just feel like he has really like he has cool energy, and I feel like he just seems very
Mm-hmm.
chill. Um, he seems like he's with the mess, but he's not draining, which I know can be like hard for people to do on these types of shows.
Okay,
But
that's interesting because right now Jalen is my fave. Also, let us know in the comments like if you have a
okay,
fave so far. But yeah, Tyler, not Tyler. I'm sorry, Tamar is really really
hmm
cool.
yeah, I
Like,
like
but yeah,
Tamar.
Jalen's my fave. Like,
And
I would
then
be here for that duo.
that link up, that listen. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna say nothing, but Jalen, well, which team are you on? Like who you with? Who you side with? Mm. Anyway, but then we're introduced
Child.
to KJ, who is a podcaster. He's like a new addition to the group, I guess. Um, and so he just kind of like talks about how I don't think he's from LA. I think he moved to LA. Um, but lives in Hollywood. And I guess we open on him filming his podcast and just like him talking, I guess, about his life and like things that he is dealing with in his life. And I put in my notes, not him making Tamar and who was the other dude that came with them?
J5.
J5, not him asking them to travel 2 hours. What do you say, like 2 hours, just to be like a part of the live audience? I said this seems like a missed opportunity, no shade. Like I don't know what went on
True.
production wise, but I'm like,
True.
why wouldn't you have other black gay men on the show?
Mm-hmm.
Like if that's kind of, I don't know if that's what he's centering, but I know he's a black gay man, so like why not get that episode in? It just seemed kind of weird. Um and baby, they was over it. They was in the confessionals going in about how far they
Mm-hmm.
traveled and just like you could have at least had us on like but
I said the same thing. Like, I wonder where was the miscommunication. Like, if he told
yeah,
them you're gonna be like, oh, excuse me, like I'm gonna have you on the air on my podcast, or you're gonna be present for like a taping. So I was just wondering
right.
like what that conversation gave. But like I said, shout out to KJ, but no, bitch, I can listen to your podcast at home. Do not have me drive over 2 hours and not we don't have like a conversation, or you don't have me introduce myself like to your audience, to your
Right.
listeners. Like,
Yeah. And I
um,
always think podcasts with multiple
I would
people sound
decline.
better than just one person talking. I don't know. I feel like it just seems better when you have multiple people talking, um but yeah, they kind of chatted up. Um I noted that actually I'll get to that later. But yeah, they talk. How did you feel the vibe like between J5, um, Tamar and KJ? How did you feel about this link up? What was the vibe given? And also let us know in the
Uh,
comments.
yeah, they were definitely over it once they realized like they weren't gonna be like on the air.
Right.
So, um, I won't say it was awkward, but I mean, like Tamar was like engaging. J5 was over it, but
Yeah.
like I said, I just I
Definitely
don't
in
know.
the
Like you said, it
question.
was kind of seemed like a missed opportunity. Like it would have been a good way for J5 and Tamar to introduce themselves to KJ's audience and also like promote the show. Like hey, we're on
Yeah,
the show together. Check out like the brand or whatever. But
right.
mm,
Um Tyler said maybe he wanted support. I mean, that's cool, but like if I'm traveling that far, like I feel like we might
right,
as well just be on it. Like it's not like they
yeah.
some random people that have no personalities. It's like they do stuff. Like J5's a rapper. Tamar sells houses and wears heels. So like, um, yeah, I feel like he could have had
I
them
wonder if
on.
Tamar can vogue in heels. Like, can he dance in heels?
Ooh,
Tamar,
maybe.
if you're still in the chat, let us
Let
know.
us know. Definitely let us know. um, Real Hot Boys TV said, I think both J5 and Tamar would have been great guests. Jay said that he was listening to KJ, so I'm pretty sure he had a good response. I think that was another thing about it is the fact that Jay was like, I did my research. Like I listened to your shit. Like I was really trying to figure out like what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna add to the conversation. And I guess it was a miscommunication though, but it was funny how like over he was in the confessional and in the scene. But yeah, word from KJ. Shout out to KJ. He said, "Well, funny, I didn't relay the information, and we were being introduced, and we were being introduced to me in the middle of me going through a life change. So I'm not sure who told them this information, but hey, whatever. Oh, so maybe it was a production thing. Who knows?
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so then that was like one scene. I don't remember them talking about really much in the scene. I know like that's where I found out KJ lives in Hollywood and how he's looking to move. And he was just talking about how I guess he's like uplifting to like, black gay men and like he's just a positive person, which I'm questioning after watching this episode. I'm not entirely sure about that. Um, but yeah, that was that scene. And then did you have anything else to say about that scene?
No, I'm good.
All right. After that, we get into Tamar's birthday. Um, it's interesting because like this episode literally just had like 3 scenes, and one of them was like super short, so it was just kind of like a short episode, I guess you could say. But it was Tamar's T's birthday. And so Jalen, Q Fabian, and I think they were the first two to meet up, right? They were the first ones to. Was Mike there too?
Yeah.
Okay, so they three met up, and this was the highlight of the episode to me. Um, just seeing Jalen in that fit, like Jalen, the boots, the hair, the outfit. I was living, and the fact that he was just sitting there so calm and collected as they argued about the bathhouse issue, I was here for it. The boots were everything. I was not expecting that type of fit from him either, so that kind of sent me. But yeah, the boots were giving legs, and body, a little bit of body. Um, but yeah, after that, we get into the intro. We get into Mike's intro, which I don't know if Mike was introduced yet. Like, I don't know if he had gotten like a real introduction. I don't know if he got an introduction at the last scene that we saw him in, but he gives a little more of an introduction. And yeah, they get started with the drama. With the beef. I was just talking about Jalen's
That
fit.
fit,
What did you think of his fit?
that
Yes.
dominatrix slash I gotta get into the fit. Cause I was afraid at first I was like, where the fuck is you going dressed like this? And I was like, a birthday party. But you going to a birthday party in these heels. Jalen, if you in the comments, let us know. I was living for the fit. I
It
was living
was
for it.
sending
It was
me
the boost that sold me. It was
because
the boost that sold me.
his outfit wasn't matching his like person. It wasn't matching his like his body language and like his personality. Like when they were arguing, he was just sitting there like confused, like I don't know what's happening. But you got these badass boots and this platinum blonde hair. I'm like, go off, go off. This is the look for me. Um, but yeah, I was here for it.
Living for it.
but yeah, and I wasn't expecting it either. But the Real Hot Boys
I'm
TV
sorry.
said, he said Jalen was giving him from Powerpuff Girls.
That's
Yes,
who he
a
was
black and
giving.
white tee. Yes, I'm paying for Powerpuff
That's who
Girls.
it was.
Definitely.
I
Um,
could saying like this is giving somebody, but I could not think of like who it was. Him.
yes, it was giving. Um, wait, let me highlight this one. I want to know where motherfuckers getting all this money to be looking deep into people's past. That's what I also want to know. Y'all hiring private investigators? What's going on? How do y'all know these things about these people? Like, well, they say the community is small, so maybe that's what it is. Um, but yeah, we meet. I mean, I guess we know Mike because he was in a previous scene, but I was just saying like I don't think we got like a proper introduction to him, but he popped up, showed up, um and I just thought it was funny when he was talking to Q Fabian and Jalen. Like he just went right into the mess. Like, oh, you haven't met everybody yet. Oh, well, be careful because they out here saying shit. They saying that I be in
Mhm.
bathhouses. I'm like, whoa, like I don't know you, I don't know them, but he was quick to like bring them into the drama. Like, so I was like, okay. But
Was
yeah, they get into
kind
the
of giving. Well, are you in the damn bathhouse?
listen. That was my question. Cause so when they meet up, when KJ shows up, first of all, the fact that KJ is talking about how he is so uplifting, which I mean, I'm sure you are in some capacity, but I don't see how you could be uplifting, but you spreading rumors about people being in bathhouses. Even if he was in the bathhouse, isn't there an unspoken rule about if you
Mhm.
see somebody in the mind your business? Like, come on
Mhm.
now. Um, but yeah, like I was like, how you gonna be uplifting, but you talking shit about people? But that's beyond me.
Mhm.
But yeah, they sit down and they kind of start talking about the issue. Mike proceeds to say, if you saw me in the bathhouse, why wouldn't you pull me aside and say, don't you got a boyfriend? I'm like, Mike, who is doing that? Who's pulling somebody aside? I barely know you. And it's like, okay, well, if the person barely knows you, they shouldn't be talking about you, right? But still, it's like if you know they're on the show, like, why would they pull you aside to ask you if, like, don't you have a boyfriend? Like,
Right.
you have a boyfriend. So, like, why would
See,
I
that's
be the one
where
to
mind your
remind
business
you?
goes both ways. See, I see you. I don't, but I don't see you. Like I see you, but I'm not about to like don't you got a nigga? No, because that's not my
Mhm.
business. But I
Right.
don't care enough to be like, hey,
So,
I saw him out doing this, but I was
yeah.
bored. Sorry.
It took Mike a while to realize I guess to even say whether he was in the bathhouse or not. Cause like for the first part of it, I was like, okay, so were you in the bathhouse? Cause I feel like if I wasn't in the bathhouse, I wouldn't even ask that. Like I wouldn't even said like, well, if you saw me, why would you say something? I would be like, I wasn't there
Hmm.
because that didn't happen. Like, why are you lying on me? Like that would be the first thing. Like,
Right.
but he didn't approach it from that. He approached it from like, why would you say something if you saw me there? And it's
Hmm.
like, so you was there. He was there. Like, but I put in my notes that flashback with Dana
It was the
drunk as
bad.
fuck. He was drunk as
Poor
hell.
baby.
He was so
He
drunk. I was
was
like,
lit.
yikes. But yeah, he was. It
Given
was.
not Judy, given Janae from BGC 10
Oh,
got drunk with somebody or got drunk with a group of strangers way too fast.
and Rock was
Like,
sipping all that tea. He said, "Oh, do tell, what happened?" Like,
hmm
but yeah, he was. Yeah, that flashback was
poor
crazy.
Dana.
But yeah, yeah, I feel like maybe Mike was there because he didn't deny it really. Um, and I was also thinking, I thought it was funny when KJ said he was at the bathhouse because he needed the steam room, and I said, "Sure, sure,
Right.
you needed the steam room,"
He
because I'm
needed the
like,
steam room and the sauna. Like, child, if you don't go home, close all the windows and turn on the goddamn hot shower,
yeah,
like what?
I'm screaming. But yeah, I was like, so it's interesting that you saw him there and just assumed he was there for sex, but you was there
Mm-hmm.
not for sex. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I just thought that was funny. That he had to
Crazy. So
clarify
you
that.
left the gym to go to the bathhouse for their
He said the sauna at the gym
mm,
was out of order, I guess, but I'm just like,
Mm.
I don't know. I've never been to a bathhouse, so I don't know what it gives. Like, I don't know if people really go there. Comment down below if you have gone there just to like sit in the steam room. I feel like that's a little much, but hey.
My goodness.
Um, but yeah, I
Well,
just thought
never
it was
mind that.
interesting.
Well, you know it was a bathhouse scene in Mafia 3, and you know what was going down in there. Full of steam rooms,
Child. I thought you was
full
about to
of
bring up somebody else. I
mm,
thought you was about to bring up Jussie. I'm like, okay, because you know that whole situation included a bathhouse tea. So hopefully they weren't Mike nor KJ were orchestrating no type of
okay.
no
Oh,
type of
okay. That's I forgot.
false I guess
Mm-hmm.
attack in the
Mm-hmm.
steam room. But moving along.
Child.
I said baby Jalen is sitting in them damn boots. Here for it. I just had to highlight that
Confused
again.
and over it.
Right?
Yes.
Like, but yeah,
I
I
was
said,
also wondering why didn't we get a scene or a shot or a scene of Jalen making his intro on those damn boots? I wanted to see Jalen walking those boots. Like
mm-hmm.
we need to see Jalen walking
Yeah,
those boots. Production. So somebody
I
get on
would
that,
love to have seen
please.
that.
And
Yes.
thank you.
Mama's was sitting. But yeah, I just feel like I think I don't mind KJ at this point, but I just feel like it's kind of weird how you're like always talking about how like it's unity, it's uplifting, but it's like the first time we see you, you're kind of in some mess. Like, well, it's not the first time we saw him, but like very early in your time on this show, it's like you in a bathhouse thing. But did you get the whole issue? Like, did you get the what KJ was saying, like about the whole like, oh, I was talking to Dana about it. He was basically saying he was cleaning up the mess that Dana made. But I'm like, well, who said it? Did Dana say it and you laughed? Or did you say it and then didn't expect Dana to go back and tell other people? Like, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but let us know. Because I was a little confused. I'm like, how did it happen between you and Dana? Um,
I just said all this gatekeeping. Bathhouse gate, orgy gate, Watergate. It's too much gating going
child.
on around here. And then you know
Dio
a girl's got down.
Dio oral gay child. Like
My goodness. Wait.
last
The
episode.
okay. Not bringing that up. Child.
I'm just saying, I'm just bringing up what we
Also,
saw.
Bow Wow Gate.
Who, who was about?
You
What's
know what? You know where Orlando Brown is a legend.
child? You know what? And on
Anyway,
that note,
yeah.
we're gonna move
Keep it
right
moving.
along. Um, I'm like, what the fuck? Um, but yeah, so they quickly squashed that, which I thought was also kind of suspect. I'm like, I feel like if y'all were really like arguing, like it was easy for him to be like, I forgive you, and like we're, basically like we're just meeting each other again, like the slate is wiped clean, and I'm just like, damn, it's that easy. Like if that was the case, why did you care in the first place? I feel like,
Right.
you know, but I guess he was just trying to get some understanding of like what happened. Um, but I feel like it's his name J Fire, right? J Fire. I feel like he kind of like I feel like he kind of exposed like what I think. I think the beef was a little orchestrated, no shade. Just how quickly they made
Ooh,
up and
really?
like even how they talked after, like which McCall was like, "Oh, I'm not from LA." Mike was like, "I'm not from LA, but KJ, are you from LA?" And I'm like, "You just made up with this man. You already like looping him in the conversations and like trying to talk to him." So I'm like, it's kind of giving, were we really upset with each other? But yeah, I was just questioning
You know
that.
who
But
I wish deep
they
cut, but you know who I wish had this sort of resolution? Cassadine and Dominique from Chasing Atlanta. I wish they had came to this kind of common ground, found this type of common ground. I would love that for
instead
them.
we got Mace.
Dogs Fred.
Mace. You know,
My bad,
they
yeah.
do say they're a little more laid back in LA, so maybe that's what it is. But
Not if you're a South Central baddie. That's a you know
that
what?
is
We're
very
not gonna go
true. Shout out to South Central baddies. If you're a South Central baddies, it's a whole different game for you. But yeah, They fight for Spur on that show. It's like watching. It's kind of like watching. What is it called? MMA. It's like watching that, but like
Yeah,
more dangerous. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
definitely more dangerous. It's kind of like watching I don't know. It's kind of like just watching the fucking Black Mama versus the Crazy 88s. Fucking Kill
it's like
Bill.
watching some like hyenas fight in the
It's,
wilderness. Not comparing
it's
them to
crazy.
animals, but it's just very
It's
raw and
crazy
like
because we definitely don't want any South Central baddies to run down on us. Like
right,
Damon said, they
right.
fight for sport. Like we don't
And I
need none of
respect
that.
it.
None of
And I respect it.
that.
And I respect it.
Hey.
But yeah, I feel like Jay Fry kind of exposed the beef because he was just like, y'all, it's giving very casual conversation right after the fight. Like, were y'all really into it like that? If y'all are able to just like be cool right after, but yeah, everybody comes. Tamar finally comes, and everybody's chilling. This is where I kind of felt like we could have saw more of them like hanging out and getting to know each other,
Mhm.
but instead we saw Tamar's friends and like I guess a couple of his friends sang for him, which was cool, and like him just like having a good time, which I also enjoyed, but I kind of want to see him interacting with the cast more. Um, I said, shout out to Sean Dion. Be everywhere. I
Oh,
said,
Dion definitely everywhere.
damn. He
Mhm.
be everywhere. Like, shout out to Sean Dion, but Sean
And
Dion
you know what's
be
crazy? It just meant when you said Tomorrow's friends were singing to him or sang to him, it made me think of
mhm,
the Come Up season 1 where Mr. Riggins sung for Jamar at his 30th birthday
yes.
party. That was given
Yes.
that, and then off camera we saw the cast bonding, and that's what led to the blow up
Right.
between Sean Dion and Bam. Touched his face and was calling
Uh,
him by his government.
what was
That's
more
what this
offensive?
cash.
Him touching his face or him calling him by his government? Because people don't like to be called by their government sometimes.
I was gonna say probably being called by his government by a stranger.
Because
Child,
Carisha
but
don't like it either. But yeah, so I know people are touchy about that. But yeah, it was a cute birth. I like the venue that they were at. I thought that
Mhm.
was cute. I like the bar. That was nice.
And the view, like you can see
View
like
was
the
nice as
city and
well.
other high rises, like in the
Hmm.
background. So I was looking for the view. Also, the
I
support
also
that Tamar had, like he was surrounded by. Like it was
right.
just good to see him be surrounded by so much love. And that badass
Hmm.
suit and them damn heels, like come through Tamar.
Yes. I also wanted to know, Q Fabian just be there. I wanted to do he be does he smoke? Because I just feel like he just be there and he just be like going with the flow. Um, I don't know if he's like quiet or like if he's just like more reserved, but I kind of want to see more of his personality, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
I'm
want to
sorry,
see
I
more of
just
his fine
flashback
ass
to
father. I'm just playing.
that
I'm
too.
just playing.
That too. That as well. Mute those two things can both exist, but yeah, he just be kind of sitting there like chilling. I'm like, okay, like what's your tea? What are you about? I know you like
Mm-hmm.
this. I know you sing. You're a singer, but I just wanted to see him interact more with the cast. But yeah, this episode was kind of short, but we can definitely get into some comments. I want to
Yes.
see
What we
more of
say?
Q
First
Fabian
episode, we
too.
love 30-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Shade.
Uh, catch J Fire on the next episode. Okay, cute. Okay, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah. Oh yeah, KJ. Can you drop the name of your podcast? I can highlight that.
Yes.
Let us know. KJ said, literally, he was naming off guys on the show, and Mike was mentioned. I was like, oh, nice. He wanted to work together, and he said something about having a man, me talking to someone and dating. So did he? So I guess you're saying like Dana brought him up, like said his name, and then you said, oh, he has a man. But then how did the bathhouse thing come up? I'm still kind of fuzzy on that. How that got into the equation, but um KJ seems cool. The issue just seems odd because it was off camera, and our context of how Mike and KJ saw one another to how Dana and KJ spoke about it is foggy at best. True. Very foggy. Also, yeah, I'm not a fan of things that happen off camera and then they try to bring it on camera. I just feel like if you're gonna bring it on camera, like I want a detailed explanation of what happened that wasn't on camera, because if we didn't see it, it's like we don't know what happened, you know. And then it's left up to people's like how people describe it. You know, people try to like tell it in a way that, you know, highlights them or makes them look better. And so I would just rather see it play out. But I definitely agree picking Selby. Um, I want whatever edible Jalen had, yes. Because Mama's was just sitting there unbothered.
Yes,
I want to be that
chilling.
unbothered. Like, just very, but also confused. Just kind of like, I don't know what's going on, but listen, it's above me. So I'm hearing my boots. I'm hearing these boots, and that's all I care about.
Yes.
But child, I'm gonna let these people believe whatever. I've said it so many times. Wait, said what? Hold on. Yes, he and I had a conversation and he really apologized. It wasn't his intention at all. He was really sorry. Oh, Mike was sorry or Dana was sorry? Cause yeah, the whole thing is still a little fuzzy, like I said. Um, but hopefully we get more info about it. And all we did was smoke and get in the pool. Oh wait, my ex took me to a bathhouse for a pool and for the pool and the jacuzzi, and all we did was smoke and get in the pool. Okay. And like I said, I've never been to one, so I don't know if like people just go for the amenities or if they go for the other amenities, if you know what I'm saying. You know, but shout out to that, you know, here
Yes.
for a space where people can just chill out amongst each other. Um, but yeah, KJ says still never said anything negative about this man or anyone on the cast unless they have done something to me. So that's what I'm still confused about. Like, did you say he was at the bathhouse? Because I would consider that to be negative. I mean, obviously, we all know the implications of being at a bathhouse, especially when you have a partner. So I'm not. I don't want to make it seem like I'm blaming KJ because, like, I mean, obviously, if you at a bathhouse cheating on your man, like that's your fault. Like you, you knew you had a man when you was there, but I feel like it's a little weird to assume that he wouldn't be upset that you told him about it when, you know, I feel like I've never been to a bathhouse, but even I know that there's an understanding. Like if you see me there, mind your business. But
Mhm.
I don't know. It's water under the bridge now. So um didn't Mike tell Rock he didn't need to be in the bathhouses because he stays in a penthouse? He did say that. He did say that. I just kind of wish it's just weird when you're confronting somebody, you choose to take the why would you say something if you saw me at the bathhouse versus I wasn't at the bathhouse. Why are you lying on me? Because that's the first thing I'm gonna say is why are you lying?
Mhm.
I wasn't there at all. It's not even that I was at the bathhouse and you said something. Is I wasn't there at all. You just made up this
Right.
whole story. So it's just interesting that he didn't leave with that. But he, you know, he did say he got a penthouse to do all that in. So um let's see. So if I was in the bathhouse, show me the receipts. I said, what? Oh my
Show me
god.
the
I
receipts.
mean, and then it's like you never know if he and his man got an understanding. Maybe they were just using the pool in the steam room just like you, or
I
maybe
also
they got an
said that,
understanding.
like, if y'all don't have a photo of Mike in the bathhouse, can we just stop talking about the bathhouse, please?
Mm,
The
I'm
the
here for that
houses
too.
of the baths, as the
Houses of
people
the
that
bath.
created them used to call them. But yeah,
No shade, but I just would
let's
be afraid to sit
let's let's
anywhere
let's gate
or
talk.
get
Let's
in anything.
gatekeep it and more top talk. Let's
Okay,
gatekeep
shout
and
out
more
to
top
Top
talk.
Talk. Um, but yeah, I would just be afraid to sit anywhere or touch anything. I just maybe that's just my childish mind, just being like, you know how people like go into like hotel rooms with the like UV
Hmm.
like ray and they see all the bodily fluids. I just feel like that's what I think of when I think of a bathhouse, but maybe it's not as
Yeah,
sexual as
kind
I'm
of giving
thinking.
kind of giving a gym locker room on meth, if you will.
Yeah. Oh, not on meth.
Is
Um,
that is that
you
is
added
that
that
T?
in, not me. You
Not
added
that
that
capital
T in, not
T.
me.
My bad. Goodness, I
You
ain't mean to
added
go
that
that
in.
hardcore.
See all these drug allegations. My goodness. All these.
Well, I didn't put them on anybody.
I
I
know
just put
you
them
didn't
on
put
a
it on
location.
nobody. I'm just fucking with you. But oh, Pick and Sylvie said, also if you're here, definitely give us a like and also subscribe if you want to. But
Yes,
definitely
thank
like the
you.
live, thank you also the 9 people for being here. Thank you for being here. Um but Pick and Sylvie said, Mike gives bully, and I feel like we haven't seen him get checked by the right cast member yet. Yeah, it's interesting that he chose KJ because KJ does seem very like chill, I guess you could say. Like he doesn't seem like, I mean, he did talk about the whole bathhouse thing, but like I feel like his demeanor and like his personality isn't giving like a Tyler, where Tyler seems more like he will get with you and read you. Just like, some of the other people. But it's interesting that he chose this information about um this information about Mike. Wait, it's interesting that Mike is coming for KJ, I guess, but I guess it has to do with the whole bathhouse situation. Yes, I forgot to talk about that. I can't believe we forgot to talk about that. But yes, Mike bringing up the 3 marriages. He said, "Have you been married?" Not him asking him, only to present him with information that he already knew. Like he said, "Have you ever been in a relationship? Have you ever been married?" Well, I heard you were in 3 marriages and they all failed. I said, "Oh my god."
Damn.
Okay.
How
And
you
then
find that
KJ
out?
was like, yeah, and it was also kind of interesting because KJ was like, "How did he find that out? How did he find out about my past life?" And I was like, "Past life? Like, what's going on?"
Child.
But I know people, they go through things. They have, things that they go through. So, but 3 marriages, that's a lot. That's a lot. No shade. Um, yeah, 3 marriages. Three
Mhm.
marriages. How would you feel if you found out one of your friends had 3 marriages?
3 failed marriages.
Well,
I'm
two
gonna
of
be
them had
shady
to have
with
failed, I guess.
yeah. Well, they could be a whore and be married to the 3 people at once. No shade.
Oh,
But
okay.
um,
Okay.
I'm gonna be a supporter friend.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw
Yes.
my little shade. I'm gonna kick the shit out of you when you down.
Oh,
But I'm gonna be a supporter friend. Not kick the shit out of you, but yeah, I'm gonna be
okay.
a supporter friend.
That's good
Like,
to know. Um,
what about you?
I mean, it would be a surprise, but I wouldn't be. I guess I wouldn't be too mad at it. I would just have a lot of questions, like how did that happen? Um,
Three
you know,
marriages though. 3 marriages.
marriages. But like you said, it seemed like some of them might have been, I guess, abusive. I guess you could say some of them
Mhm.
might have been based in some toxicity. So, I get it. But yeah, hey, damn, I'm thick. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Very interesting. Icon. Very risque. No shade, but yes, thank you for being here. Damn, I'm thick. Um, let's see. He said I never. Okay, so KJ said I never say he had sex, but I'm like, shout out to It's Always Sunny, but it's the implication.
It's the
It's the
implication.
implication. Like, and it's one of those things where it's like you don't have to say it because once you say one part of it, people already jump to conclusions.
Mhm.
Like it's just something that happens. So, um, but Pick and Selby said without the context of those marriages, we can't be quick to judge. Sometimes things just don't work out. Also said sad to hear about the DA that KJ went through. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was also trying to like eventually get
Mhm.
to. Like you never know what people are going through. So I mean, yeah, life happens and shit happens. So I guess it was just more so the way he brought it up. Like it just seemed like it was something that Mike was sitting on. So I was just like, damn, like where you pull that from? Like what the hell? But yeah, it was unfortunate to hear that he had experienced some domestic
Right.
violence in that relationship, in one of those relationships at the very least. Um but yeah, let's see. Oh, you said your favorite so far is Jalen, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm here for that.
Him slash Nancy from The Craft, because I feel like that fit was something that Nancy from The Craft would wear. Actually, it was
Okay.
giving Nessie from the crowd. Remember, right before she pushed the boy out the window.
She had them boots on.
That's
Yes.
that's what it was giving.
It was given a coven tee, I guess you could say.
Okay,
Here for it.
which
Okay.
witch?
Which one was burned at the stake? No, I'm just I'm just playing. Um, let's see. I could
Madison.
see it giving maybe Madison. Yeah, it was definitely giving attitude. So I would say
Mm-hmm.
Madison. Um,
Yes. Okay.
oh, KJ clarified it's 2 marriages, not 3. So put that out there. It's two marriages. Which makes sense. Uh
Okay.
Mike needed some type of tea on KJ to get a hit back because he was caught at the bathhouse. Child, allegedly, I think he was also caught at the bathhouse. No shade. I feel like that was the tea. He was there. And I think even if he wasn't there for no sex, I think, like I said, it's the implication. So I think maybe he was even mad at the fact that you're implying that I was there. Especially if you're saying
Mhm.
like when he got a boyfriend, that's also kind of implying like you there for some extracurricular activities versus just using the sauna in the jacuzzi.
Mhm.
Um but yeah,
Goodness.
KJ also says he can't have tea on me because I spill my own before anyone will. Okay, I'm here for that. But also, you seemed kind of shocked that he knew that about you. So, I'm just saying, you seemed a little shook that he knew some information about you. But but yeah, I mean, your truth is your truth. Can't nobody really shade you with your own truth. But oh, speak of the devil, hey Jalen,
Yeah.
Jalen with the let's talk about those boots, Jalen. Let's talk about that
Yes. Shout out
look,
to Jalen.
that you were
How
serving.
long did it take you to get like from the entrance of the restaurant to your seat? Like, did you struggle in those boots, Jalen? I just have to know.
I
Like,
know you took
I
the
saw the fit
elevator.
and I said, "Where the fuck is this fast ass bitch going?" I know she ain't going to no birthday dinner
Yay.
dressed like this. Like, no.
It's giving extracurricular activities after this birthday party. Like,
Hmm. I feel like
I'm here
he had
for
to
it
be
though.
carried to and from the entrance of the restaurant, maybe to and from the vehicle he arrived in,
Yes.
and I would be here from that.
I'm here for him being carried. Carried by one of those alleged DO men that he spent time with. No shade. Um I'm just saying. I'm just adding on to what was already put out there. Um but yeah, he said, yes, I was tipping. Tiptoeing in them damn boots. I was here for it.
I'm here for it.
But Tyler says, look and tell me
Tiptoeing,
you need to
baby.
tell another person who recorded the show the same thing. Oh, let me go back up. Um Mine needs to be in the opening credits before starts trying to spill people's tea. Yeah, I also noted that, like, and I was confused 'cause I was like, well, is he like a main cast member on the show or is he just brought in to like stir some shit up? Because I was like, I didn't see him in the main credits, and then he didn't really get like a proper intro, so I was just kind of confused by that. It seemed like he just kind of popped up, but for this specific
Didn't somebody
storyline,
else do that? No
because
shade. There was another show when somebody came on, no credits. They were kind of like a friend of the show, and they came with all
you
this
talking about
goddamn
Lady
drama.
Monet from G Status.
Not the girl, Lady
No
Monet.
shit to Lady Monet, but she did come on and drop that damn bomb. Um, G Status, that's G Status shit right there. But yeah,
Child, $40,
I don't know who has
but
dropped the bomb. But
I think about it.
but yeah, Tyler said it's a long story. Um, wait, because I didn't even know his first name. Hun, I'm trying to think. Um,
Are
but
we talking
yeah.
about? Are we
Oh,
talking
let me
about
highlight
Mike?
it again. I guess so. But I don't know. And again, like I feel like every time I get information about it, I have more questions. Cause I'm like, well, if you didn't know his name, how did you know he was at the bathhouse? Like, how did you make the connection? But maybe he's talking about somebody else and not Mike. But wait, Braylon did it. It's a hot bow choke. Wait, I'm getting more and more confused every comment I highlight. But
Oh, I think they're answering the question when I said somebody else came on the show as like a side character with a lot of drama. And I think they're saying is
Oh, right. Bringing okay.
August's
I
good
see.
girlfriend.
I see.
Mm.
Shout out to the Hot Boys of Houston. That was what an
Mm-hmm.
era. But
Also,
yeah,
shout out to the cameraman Lemons.
you know what? You
Shout out to
always pick
Lemons. Shout out to Lemons. To
You know, I just
legs,
watched.
lemons, legs.
You know, I just watched Halloween recently.
Ooh, which one?
The not the what's the one where Laurie Strode dies? She's like she's in the hospital. It like takes place mostly.
Oh,
Is that the fourth
Resurrection.
one? Resurrection. It was Resurrection.
Is that the one with Tyra Banks and Busta Rhymes? The one that just should have not
When he
even
kicked
made
him
it
out the
to
window? Yes.
Anyway, on a previous episode of Hot Boys, Jay Fire was about to spit a freestyle to the Halloween beat, and I thought Lemons was about to pop up.
Really?
Yes,
Yes.
I thought Lemons was about to pop up and put that throat on somebody. So I got scared for a minute.
You know what?
My bad. I'm just saying. Listen.
Oh my god, I can't.
Well, you know who was Lemons that upstarted that whole Atlanta trip for the Houston franchise. My bad.
Infamous Atlanta trip.
Child.
But yeah,
I'm sorry, we just rabbit hole like an MF. But if y'all haven't watched like the Houston franchise of the Hot Boys, go check it out.
Good, yeah,
like
you'll be a little confused at first, but after a while, you start to understand.
Yeah, after like 4 episodes, you start to realize. Oh,
and check out our reviews too.
Yes,
those are really funny reviews,
bad, baby, for that guy
right?
Show, but,
but yeah, wait, no, Mike didn't know my first name, so how did he know my marriage information? Oh, yeah, I see that. Was he acting? Because I mean, he did act like he didn't know you at all, and then he put out all that, I guess that alleged information. So maybe he was just trying to, maybe he was acting. I don't know.
Oh my god, not acting.
But yeah,
it is.
If you were to rate the acting level of Mike in that moment, what would it be? I would say it was given made for TV movie.
Like, okay, I want to say it's given Tubi. It's given Tubi.
That's not horrible. There's some decent movies on Tubi, or a Tubi original. Because if it's a Tubi original, then I get what you mean. If it's a Tubi original, then I get where the level is. But if it's like a, because you know they have all types of movies on TV.
They do, yeah. It's Tubi original. Not convincing.
Yeah.
No shade.
Jesus. He said y'all need to bring up KJ for a quick chat. Okay. Let's see. We'll bring him on for a little bit.
Yes. He is always down to converse and chat.
Yeah, we put the link in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to read, but it failed. I'm screaming. I feel like everybody was also just kind of confused. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, but yeah, definitely feel free to come on if you want. But yeah, have you gotten into Glam Devos yet?
I have not.
Okay. I ended up checking it out. Oh, I mean, obviously we're done with the review for what, episode 4 of season 1 of Hot Boys Hollywood. What happened in the Bathhouse Girl, or who's in the Bathhouse Girl?
Yes, who's in the Bathhouse Girl.
But yeah, now we're just gonna chit chat. Feel free to stay, chill. Definitely gonna highlight some comments. KJ might hop on maybe, but yeah, Glam Devos. It's a good show. I like it. It's giving like kind of G status. It's giving G status, but like not as like chaotic, if that makes sense. Like it's given like the girls are working, but they're also in mess. But it's hilarious. Okay. It is hilarious.
Now, when you say mess, is it like transphobic and racist mess, or is
Ooh,
it
it's not.
playful,
Wait, let me
fun
think.
mess?
It's playful fun mess. Definitely playful
Okay,
fun mess.
like Twixt
Um,
and Top Talk rolling around on the dance floor, playful.
very childish. Yes, very,
Okay,
very. Yeah,
okay,
I'm here for it. But
okay.
Pedro's a key. I forgot what the other person. It's like they're like friends. I forgot who the other person is, but whatchamacallit is also. Let me put the link in here again. Hopefully, I sent the right one.
Is anybody
I
from
don't
G
see you in
Status
here.
a part of
Child, you know Akeem on there. If it's a if it's a KO production, Akeem is going to be there. Um, but yeah, Akeem
dang
is on
me?
there. He's not like a main cast member, but you know he's there. Um, and
Hakeem
then
said, "I don't get tired. Like y'all hoes gonna see me on these shows."
listen, I mean, hey, but the girls love him though. That's the thing. Like people really like him. So it's like, I mean, I can take him or leave him. Honestly, I think he's kind of funny, but I don't like him as much
Hmm.
as most people do. But
As
you know,
long as he
people
gets
like
straight
him.
to the point, which is very
You know
rare,
that ain't gonna happen.
um, then I can tolerate a king. You
When you
no
know,
non-name brand having ass whores. I said, damn.
is
Some of
that
you
when he
hoes
showed
have
up
no
late
rhythm.
to his own event?
Yes. Wait. It was. Showed up
Oh
like 2 hours
man,
late to his own event and
they
then ran
broke them
through.
supper dishes. I
Breaking
still think
silver dishes
about
or breaking porch furniture.
definitely breaking supper dishes because I still think about when old girl. I think she was either the manager, the waitress, or somebody. She came outside like we got the bill, like we were ready to like. I'm like, I know y'all did not really destroy these people's dishes, like.
Hmm.
Oh my god. But let us
Crazy.
know in the chat if you know what we're talking about. Season 2 of G Status
Yeah, G
when
status
they
was
went
lit.
crazy and broke them
Season two.
dishes. But
Season one was lit. And season two was
yes.
lit. I
Um
also would like to see Zafar from G status season one. I'm like,
yeah, where has he been at? I feel like he just kind of disappeared. I feel like.
so like naturally funny. Like
Yeah.
Zafar was so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, Glam Devos is giving like there like I said there are people that like are working, like there's a photographer on there that like is working and like honestly like I think every scene we've seen him in, you know, up until over the past 2 episodes have been him like working and like doing things. Um he did a photo shoot with Stony from what's that show called?
You on the pole?
No.
Oh, you said
It's a new
Stony. I thought you said
production.
Stormy.
Oh
Okay.
no, no. From what's that show called with Chance?
Oh, one more chance. One more chance.
Yeah, One More Chance.
One more bottle.
So
I
that
mean,
was allegedly put a big
you're
fat
right.
allegedly over that because you know how mad he got at her when
Alleged.
when she said she had a video of him what she say video of him doing something
Was
with
that
another man.
Skittles?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Skittles. Oh,
Said
Skittles
she
is
don't.
Stony.
Right, right.
I think
Oh
that's
yeah,
her
that is her name.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm. I
but
don't deal
yeah,
with niggas like you that suck dick.
I said, "Ooh,
The girl might
can't
be.
relate." No, I'm playing. But yeah, it's a good show. Let us know in the chat if you want like, you know, what y'all think about it. I'm trying to get Troy into it so we can review it because I think it is a show worth reviewing. Um,
I'll definitely give it.
but
Check it out. I'll
I think you're gonna
definitely.
like it. It's fun shade. Yeah,
Okay. I
definitely
can
fun
do fun
shade.
shade.
Nothing too
I can do fun
serious.
shade.
But yeah, that's pretty
Yes.
much it. Like, I mean, I guess I'm looking forward to next episode because more drama happens. It seems like, I guess, I think Tyler's confronting somebody about somebody, or something about somebody. I forgot. He said something about a charity case, and then KJ jumped
Oh,
in,
Dana.
and yeah. So I don't know. I don't fully know
Hmm.
what's going on.
Oh.
Hey Ash, thanks for being here.
Yes, Mother Goose is in the building, everybody.
Yes, thank you for the support. Oh, I see KJ
Yes.
here. I don't know if he ready to hop on just yet. I guess he is. I'm gonna just add you. What's up? What's up?
Hey, what's going on, you guys?
Hey,
Yes,
oh,
what's
you got the
up?
hair
How are
longer
you?
now? Yes, I see you.
Thank you, thank you.
How's your night going so far?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about you guys this night?
Pretty good, pretty good.
That's
Pretty
good.
good.
Live is starting off well, but yeah, thanks for hopping on and even being in the chat.
Of
I know
course.
we talked about like how first of all, what's the name of your podcast again? I just wanted somebody like asked for it in the chat, so we just wanted to.
Okay, so the name of my podcast is the KJ Manny Podcast, and you can find it on all streaming platforms. But in order to understand why the episode opened the way that it did with the KJ Manny Podcast, you have to go back further because I didn't just pop up in the wind. No, I've been doing this for a little minute.
Mm.
So you have to go to KJ Confidential with Trey, where it all started at on
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, so I know we had like some questions about like I guess what the drama that happened, but I mean, first let's talk more about the podcast. Like, what got you into podcasting? You said I guess you pointed to YouTube. So did you start with like a YouTube show and then it became a
Um,
podcast?
so the YouTube show started because one of my best friends actually he passed away. He saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. I am not in the front type of guy. I have really bad anxiety and I get like really anxious when I'm in front of crowds or when people really see me. So I don't really like to do live stuff, but I did do this because I like to clear up stuff because there is a lot of confusion. But he got me into that. Podcasting was something that I really thought that I wanted to do because a lot of people don't really know my life. They see the glitz and the glamour of social media and Instagram and everything. And I've allowed that because I have done a lot of ghost stuff and I got comfortable with that. And so getting out of that shell and breaking out of everything that I've been through in my past, whether it was my marriages, the abuse, whatever have you, I wanted to become and be somebody new and not necessarily someone who is not me, but someone who is a 2.0 version of myself.
An evolved version of yourself,
Most
basically.
definitely. Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm assuming you talk a lot about your life. Do you have is are more of the episodes just you talking, or is it like do you have?
Absolutely not. So that's why I was
Okay.
like, I don't necessarily like when people talk about my platform, but ain't never been on my platform. The
Okay.
only episode that is like by myself is that first episode. I don't necessarily even like talking about myself. It's not something that I feel comfortable with yet. I literally just started with the podcast. That was the very first time that I even opened up about anything amongst people that I really didn't know. And so it was different for me. So yeah.
Okay. So like I guess talked about like the miscommunication between J Fi and Tamar and like I guess them expecting to have been on the show. Like can you talk about like I guess the
Yes.
miscommunication?
So I was not aware of that at all. Now, the thing that I was pissed off about when I saw on the show, after we filmed, we all hung out at me and my ex's rooftop. And so if that was the case, why wasn't it told to me right then and there? This happened a while ago. So that's why I was a little bit kind of confused, but I wasn't upset with them because again, they didn't know. But I was underneath the impression as someone who is a talk show host, as someone who does do their podcast. No one knows Hot Boys of Hollywood yet. Well, at least for me, I didn't know it. So I'm like, if I didn't know it and it's never been on my platform, it's weird for me to sit up there and say, "Oh, let's have you guys on the show," when the show don't even come out until next year. See what I'm getting at? It's like my listeners and viewers are anticipating something that doesn't even happen until next year. So I was told that when the show airs, the cast members will be able to come onto my show and we will talk about it, which made the most sense. But again, we have been way before the show even aired. I had already. You can even ask Tyler. Tyler and I have been in the talks of trying to get him on the show. J5. It's been a lot of them on the cast that I was trying to get on the show way before the show even came out. It's just again, I have a very conflicting schedule. I do a lot of stuff. So, and then a lot of them don't live in the area. So it's very hard. And then they do a lot of stuff too. So it's, scheduling wise, it just didn't mesh. So I was very surprised. I saw it just like everybody else.
So you thought they were gonna like come on and like you thought they were just gonna like come and like kind of hang out and then talk to you after,
Yes,
basically.
because that was the first they no one has ever been to any of my events. None. I never put on an event. That was the first event. So that was my first like solo scene. So I was underneath the impression this scene was just gonna basically be about me. So I was a bit like confused. And let's make something very extremely clear. I am very, very cautious of people's time, and I know LA traffic. I would have never had them niggas drive all the way 2 hours had they known that information. Like, like no one got time for that. That's ignorant. Like, no,
Mhm.
we'll catch you on a flipping. Like, it is what it
Yeah.
is. It ain't what it ain't. I would have never done that.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of like guess that just from like, I guess you never saying anything about it. Like, I feel like you would have said something, I guess, on the show, like if you expected them to like be on the show, I guess. But but yeah, and then the other like big thing with the episode and as it pertains to you, um, the whole bathhouse gate. Like, do you want to like? I don't know if you even can, because I don't know if more information comes out as you watch the episode. But do you
Lord,
want to like?
nothing else comes out. Look, when I sat down, first of all, my anxiety that day that I sat down, the person who introduced me to this group wasn't even there. So I'm meeting a group of people I've never met before. So my
Was that
anxiety
Dana?
is no Dana. Yeah, Dana was out of town. Um,
Okay, but the
so
person was Dana.
yes, the person was Dana.
Okay.
Yeah. So my anxiety was already like 10 times too high. I was already irritated by the situation because the nigga was doing subliminal messages on Instagram. Now, everybody that knows me, I'm a very, very open and positive person, but don't ever. That's a trigger for me. Don't post a subliminal. If you're going to say something, tag me in it so we can clear it up real quick. And I've been saying it from the very beginning. I was just confused when the information came up and I spoke it to Dana. Now, how Dana even used the information was because after this conversation, because they're making it seem like it was a malicious attack. No, Dana was told that Mike was saying shit about him. And Dana was confused because Dana was like, I ain't never even met this nigga before. So why is he talking so much shit about me? So he retaliated and said that. Right after that, Dana literally came to me and told me what he said. Yes, I was upset. Yes, I was pissed off, but then I couldn't be that mad. I was pissed at him because yes, he did say that he was drunk and he said he had loose lips. He apologized. He didn't mean any harm by it, which I didn't get in his ass like that. I didn't. There was no need to because he knew he was wrong. Because again, it was like pillow talk conversation. Dana and I were in a talking dating stage, so it's like your significant other going back and telling information that he shouldn't have told to people to start something. That's how it was. That's how it went back. So when it was brought up, I explained to Mike several times that it was not a malicious intent. Not one time did I mention anything about this man's business. You can even ask anybody on this show. I've never mentioned anything about anybody's business, any accolades that they have or anything like that, because I'm not that type of person. I'm not that guy. You got all right. That's what you do. Cool. I'm happy for you. You made it. Even the OnlyFans and stuff. I might not agree with it, but that's what you do. Cool. I rocks with it. So when Mike tried to come at me the way he did, it was just him trying to just be facetious and be ignorant for no reason. When I literally am telling you, homie, I made a mistake. I apologize. But I felt like he wanted to drag it out because he wanted a read fest. Now, the one thing for certain and two things for sure, I do have a past. I am the Regina George. I just choose not to be that type of person no more. But at some point in time, when someone is going back and forth with you and you've already said, okay, what else is going on, son? What are you doing? Like, I already apologized. I'm not about to apologize again. So I just felt like he wanted to play tit for tat when he said the whole marriage thing. I've only been married twice. And unlike, never mind, let me not say that because that might be shady. I don't know anybody's relationships and how long they were. But my relationships were pretty long. I went through a lot in those relationships to where I am now finding myself. So I was triggered in that moment because I was like, bitch, you don't even know my first name, let alone my last name. So how the fuck do you even know that information? And then you trying to read and reading wrong. I've been married twice, not 3 times. And the second one really don't even count. It was a no. We were divorced after 2 months.
Ooh, okay.
So you trying to throw out dirt
Give
that
me
ain't
some
even no dirt.
information. So you feel like he wanted like a moment between y'all. I kind of got that vibe of like let's have a little session, like a read session, or let's have a little, moment together. But it seemed like everybody was kind of like confused as to like what was happening.
I was
Like
I was so over it because I was like, like y'all didn't see the conversation was a lot longer than what was shown
I was gonna
on the
ask that.
TV
Okay.
screen. So at this point in time, like I was literally right when he said the whole marriage thing, I almost looked at the camera and was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with this little boy. Like, I don't know you. I'm a whole grown ass man. I'm way past the age of 25. So
Mm.
play with your pussy, don't ever play with me. I made a mistake and I can own that. I made that mistake. I can own that. But what I don't like is the ripping apart of me when you know damn good and well we've had a conversation. We squashed it. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. So
So
I
you
was
don't
I
know
was
Mike,
over it.
or you didn't know Mike when you were Dana, like when you were, I guess, talking about the whole situation.
I never met Mike. Now, had Mike and I had conversations, absolutely. For him to try to act like I'm some type of fan, my nigga, you the one who reached out to me in my inbox. I don't add people on Instagram. Like you wanted to work here, and please don't let me pull out the receipts because I got
Not
them.
the
I don't have
receipts.
no reason to lie. So
Well,
it was just, mm,
I could see you like kind of like saying things about like I guess like kind of being like I saw him at the bathhouse. Like if you don't know him, because it's like that disconnect of like I
yes,
don't know that man. Like it's not like I'm talking shit about him, but I'm just letting you
I
know. And
didn't
then
know he was even in a relationship. Like that's how non of a factor he was. I did not know this man was even in a relationship. Like, and it was a long term one at that too. I was just like, oh, was I supposed to know that information? I mean, clearly all of y'all know, but that don't add up to me because, and I never said for me. This is me personally. If you was having sex, I'm gonna say you was out there tooting and booting it, putting your damn ass up in the air and taking dick from the back. All right. If that's what you was doing, that's what you was doing. But I did not say that. I said that we were in the sauna together, him and all his friends, and they left literally at the same time that I left. I didn't see them any other place. We all were in the sauna and we all left at the same time. So I don't know where it got misconstrued, but
he was there
it is what it is.
with his homeboys. Okay. It was a
Yeah,
crew of
it was like 3 or 4 of them. I don't see, and that's the thing. I was like, I
them?
don't know if it was his man or not. If he wanted to clarify, we could have clarified it. But again, I'm just telling you what I saw. But what it was when it was said to Dana, it was not done in a malicious way. It was you're telling me that this man has a man, but I ain't going to the bathhouse if I got a man. That don't make any sense because we can have a whole bathhouse in our house or our apartment. Why we need to go to the bathhouse for? That don't make any sense. But again, maybe I'm a little old school, so but I go to the bathhouse.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, I could see you being collateral damage because he was trying to get back at because I know Dana told Rock, and then I'm assuming Rock told Mike, or maybe Dana told Mike. I'm not sure, but
I don't know who told Mike. I think no, it couldn't have been Rock. It couldn't have been Rock because he was questioning Rock at the winery. So I don't know who actually told Mike that information. Actually, now that I think about it,
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know who told Mike that information.
Well, okay, so we didn't really see a lot of y'all like after the fight or the argument. We didn't really see much of y'all like I guess together at his party. So like, can you talk about maybe like?
Oh well, I apologize and put it past me, but you was trying to hit below the belt. You know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, yeah, shame on you. But there will never be a third time. So he had already, even on social media, was hitting below the belt when I've already cleared it up several times. Then, yo ugly ass, get on fucking camera and do the same exact thing. Now, I'm the type of person that we've already had a conversation off camera. That's that's why I was pissed. Mike and I had a conversation off camera. So that's why I said that I felt like he was with the antics. Now, because I pride myself in the way that I carry myself and everything, I will never act a fool on camera. But as soon as that camera is off, I'm going to gather you real quickly because you're not going to make me look stupid. We've had a conversation. So I was over it, and I tried to sneak out several times because I needed to smoke. I didn't have my weed on me. My anxiety was just way too much. My heart was just popping. I was ready. At that point in time, I could have jumped up out the seat and slapped the piss out of Mike when he mentioned my marriages. But I was like, I'm not Kevin anymore.
Did you
So
feel bond? Did you feel blindsided?
I did because I was like, why would he even mention that? Why would that even be a topic of conversation? That doesn't make any sense. Who gave you this information?
Or even him just bringing up the whole like bathhouse thing? Or were you ready for that when you got there? Did you know that that was going to happen?
I knew that the conversation was going to happen, but the way that the conversation happened, I didn't think it would happen that way because again, like I can be cordial. The man, he was on rah rah like a dungeon dragon as soon as I walked in, and I'm like, we can't even have a cordial conversation because you coming at me sideways, and there's but so many times that you're gonna be come at me sideways before I react because for every action there's a reaction. I presented you very nicely. I fucked up. Okay, cool. I did that.
Hmm.
But you're gonna keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it and repeating it and taking digs and digs and digs, and all it's gonna do is just make me mad. So I
Hmm.
felt blindsided. I felt triggered in that moment. But I knew that we was in Tamar's establishment,
Hmm.
and my mama told me how to act in public. So
Yes. So like you didn't leave. Did you like end up like bonding with like any of the other cast members? Like how did it happen after the whole drama?
So check it out. KJ Confidential, the brand LLC, is a basically a business that works with underdeveloped artists, meaning that we are still getting in the industry, whatever have you. Now, I was already a part of it, but I did not like it at all because I was being basically, you know how the white man likes to handle black people. So I wanted to create a business to where us as black people could like basically work together and create dope art without worrying about all the stipulations and stuff. So J5 and Q Fabian and I hit it off right away. The only reason why it took so long for us to work together was because I presented the information to Dana. Now I'm talking to Dana. And Dana did not want me, he felt some type of way with me trying to work with them and get them different shows and all this stuff. So I kind of scaled back and I did not go down that avenue with those two. But yes, we hit it off right away. Like Q Fabian is a dope ass singer. J5, oh, the way he raps is like phenomenal to me. So yeah, we hit it off right away. And then I met Tyler at the pool party. We now, even though you see in the little trailer, it looks like we get into it. We really didn't get into it like that. Now I should have probably
Mhm.
minded my own business because I was defending somebody that shouldn't have been defended, but we're not gonna get into that. That's tea for next
Ooh.
episode. But Tyler is definitely an amazing individual. So yeah, Tyler, J5, and Q Fabian, I hit it off right away with. Everybody else, I really don't necessarily quite know like that.
Okay, that's interesting because I feel like it seems like there's like two different sides of the show. Like there's the people that are like kind of like their work and like them being a rapper or a singer is kind of like the forefront of their storyline, whereas like some of the other people on the show, no shade, it's like their like storyline is more like relationship based or like drama based. But
And I
um
wish you guys would have been able to see more of my story because outside of just working and all that damn drama for no fucking reason, I actually do have a story and everything that I'm going through in my life. I do a lot outside of this podcast. Like I'm a very well established person. I mean, for
so what
anyone
are like
for questioning my accreditations, it's no shade. I'm just being honest.
What are some of like the other things you do? Are they art based or?
They are. So first and foremost, the very first thing that I do is I sing. I started singing when I was 5. I grew up in Church of God in Christ. So all that hollering and good old church going, that's me.
Mhm.
Um, Me and my brothers, we had a group. So once I left, I kind of disbanded that group because I didn't want to be in a group. I wanted to be a single artist. Let's see, what else do I do? I'm a director. I go to directing school at LA Film School. I'm also a writer. I have 2 books coming out this year: a mental health book, and not a nonfiction, excuse me, a fiction book, a 3-part fiction book. Um, let's see. I am a director. I actually just won an award for a short film that I did. Check it out on YouTube. It's called Table of Truth. Let's see, what else do I do? Let me keep going.
This might be messy, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. So I know in the episode, Mike talks about how he's trying to get into like the short film circuit. Would you ever work with him now that I guess that whole I mean, I guess it's not fully squashed, but
Okay, so this is no shade at all. This is no shade at all. I like Mike's work and stuff, but when I look at Mike's work, it looks like a lot of the like Entangled series and all that, all those stuff. Well, not
Mhm.
Entangled, I actually like that one. Okay, let's take for instance Rock's stuff, the stuff that he was in. I look at Mike's
Mhm.
stuff kind of like, and for me, um, I've had my hands and worked with a lot of different people, and if I feel like you don't want to put in the work to be what I need you to be, because the way that I deliver the stuff to the people, they're going to tell you the same exact thing that I'm telling you. I worked with them. I'm just at a different. I'm branching off and doing my own thing now. So if I'm telling you this and I present it to them, they're going to tell you the same exact thing. And I don't. I think that Mike is a little bit stubborn. I don't think
Mm.
they take constructive criticism very well. Now that's just my opinion. That's not a dig at this man or anything like that. I don't know him from a can of paint. But what I have seen from him, I just don't think he takes criticism very well.
Okay. Somebody said that they would love to see Jalen on your podcast since he's a comedian and has a big
I
personality as well.
love to have Jalen on my podcast and everything. Now I ain't even going front. I was a little offended by some of Jalen's commentary, but it's all love though, because he did
Mhm.
warn me that he was being a little shady. I just didn't expect it to be that damn shady, but damn.
Well, yeah, he is a comedian. Got to get these jokes. Got to get
Funny.
these
I will
jokes.
say him and Tyler on the show are hilarious together.
Mhm.
Like I literally, outside of all this damn drama that happened, they're the show. They're funny as hell. They're really funny.
You're a duo. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, when
But
they are
yeah,
shading each other for performing fellatio, they're a duo.
child, we're not
I
gonna
just
talk
had to throw
about
that out there.
that.
I
You
just had to
had
throw
to
that out
come here
there. Real
and talk
duos
about
don't shade their
that.
homegirls for doing what they do.
I
I'm
he
just
was
saying.
Tyler was drunk.
Yeah, I think them being drunk is very was I think that was a part of the equation, but you got to be careful because
That's true.
drunk
Mhm.
minds speak a sober tongue. But yeah, so like thinking about the rest of the season, like I mean, without obviously giving anything away because it's the beginning of the season, but like, how was your experience? Like, if you could sum it up in like a sentence.
So next episode will probably be the last time that you actually see me on the show. I'm not entirely sure because I did leave the show. There was a lot of stuff that happened behind the scenes. And the one thing about me is my name means everything. The military taught me that. So I will bow out gracefully before I allow anybody to try me while we're on camera, because people forget very fast that I actually don't do a lot of talking and communication. Back in the day, I used to just throw my hands really fast. But at some point in time in your life, past a certain age, fighting and all that physicalness without having a conversation, without, it getting crazy, yeah, it's I'm not saying that it's beneath me, but it's beneath me. So there was a lot of stuff that happened behind the scenes with 2 cast members. And I keep saying cast members. even though y'all keep mentioning their names, because I don't necessarily want to talk negative about them. Um, but I could say some fucking shit, but I'm not going to, because when I speak it, it's the truth, but they get offended very easily. But teach your own.
Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we gonna see it. We gonna see it play out. But we always like to ask, like, I mean, obviously, since like being on a web show is something that you're interested in, would you ever go to like any other, like, have you seen any other web shows that you would join?
I actually have seen Chasing Reality, and I only honestly I just recently started getting into the web shows because of my best friend. She watches them, and so
Mhm.
she put me onto Chasing Reality. I don't think that I would ever go over to a different web show. I think that the producers did do a wonderful job with this show.
Okay.
I just think that the casting was the issue because, again,
Oh,
when I look at this Mike situation, storyline all day long. Like storyline. It reads
that's what
storyline.
I
It gives storyline.
said. That's
And
what
I
I.
didn't want to be anybody else's storyline when I don't need anybody's clout. I have my own. So
Period. But I
it
feel
was
like
mm.
you
I
said
would
it
do a
was
season. I would do a season two if there was a season two. I would definitely do a season
okay.
if there
Yeah,
was.
I mean, I would like to see you on there because I feel like you do have a lot to offer, like just in the way that you like, your past and just like the things you've talked about even here with us. Like, I feel like it would be cool to see you on there. But um yeah, damn, I guess we just gonna have to see how it all plays out. Um
I
but yeah,
guess so.
thank you for hopping on here with us and giving us your point of view, KJ.
Of course,
Yes,
most
thank you.
definitely.
Yes. So yeah, have a good night. We're gonna let you go so we can wrap this up.
You
And
guys,
yeah.
peace, blessings, and
Yes.
love to you guys.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye. Have a good night.
Good night.
Cool. Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like I definitely like stepped away from that with like a different perspective, I guess, on the situation. Because I mean, there's always like what happens on camera and then like what
Mhm.
actually happened or whatever. Um, but yeah, hashtag welcome to the Real Hot Boys. When is Hot Boys Houston coming back? I mean, no shade. I'm enjoying Hollywood, but like, when is Houston coming back?
Right. And is Dre still
Like,
hooking up with Ken's ex flame? Let us know in the comments,
you know,
Ashton.
did that relationship last or no? Because
Baby, it
I'm
better
still a
carry
little
season
tight about
two.
it.
It
I'm still
better
a little
carry
tight about
season
that
two.
plot twist, especially since the dude's name was Jordan. I said, wait. Not only was he messing with oh boy's ex, but
Archie.
I thought it was the light skinned one. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but no,
I'm
yeah,
like, no,
I
he
can't
didn't
wait
go
for it to come
from
back.
Archie to Ken to fucking not Sherrod, DeAndre.
It
Anyway,
was
we're
a
just
hot boy
ready for fucking Hot
season.
Boys Houston season two to come back.
Yes.
We're just ready for season two.
He said KJ is not on the cast trip. They do a cast trip. I wonder where they go.
I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut on that one.
You know what? Okay. Oh, he said, you will see who made it on the trip. Oh, y'all eliminating bitches now? You will see who made it on. Is it like America's Next Top Model where like they eliminate somebody before they go to like the big trip? Sorry, you won't be going to Milan,
Yes,
Brenda.
in my
Like,
hands is the photos of 6 girls. One
is
of you will
Tamar in the
not make
heels?
it.
Like with the photos. He's like, 4 of you
Baby.
hot boys will only be able to make
Yes.
it to the trip.
I'm here for it.
I am definitely here for that.
I'm
But
living for it.
Christina Chen, wait, I'm sorry. Is it Christiana? Yes, Christiana Chen, sorry. Shout out to you, said Tyler's facial expressions be giving me life. Definitely be carrying the show. Yes, he definitely has a really big personality. And I think Jalen has one too. So I think that makes them like kind of like the standouts of the show so far. But yeah, I'm ready to see like a scene where like the cast is together and we get to see them like interact because I want to
Right.
see what that's gonna give. Um, but yeah, thank you for everybody that came through. I guess that's a choice sign that he ready to go. But thank you for
Wait,
everybody for
my bad. What happened?
Nothing. I'm just being shady. But thanks to everybody that came through. Thank you for the people that are watching. Definitely can't wait to see next episode. I feel like it's gonna be lit. Might have a special guest. Never know. We had a special guest
Mhm.
this episode, and it was unplanned. So you never knew who was gonna pop in and give their perspective. So
Their 2 cents. Speak their piece.
yes. So we gonna let y'all go. Have a good night. We appreciate everybody that stopped through. And yeah, this has been Key and Carrie where we key.
And we carry.
I'm Damon.
I'm Troy.
And we will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Yes. Peace.